Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce's Let's Talk Business podcast. I am Bobby Holman, and I am your host for today. I represent Region 2, Galveston County, and I am super excited to share with you our guest that we have today. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce Chad Sennette and Miss Rebecca Williams. And Chad is the owner of Sennette Insurance Agency.
Yes.
So we're going to open up. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll turn it up to Rebecca.
Okay. So again, like she said, my name is Chadrick Sennette. I've been in the insurance industry for around 20 years. Starting in 2002, I started with Farmers Insurance. I then went to AAA and then went to State Farm. So I've worked for 20 years on the claim side of things.
Okay.
Helping people through storms, helping people through Tropical Storm Allison, Hurricane Harvey. I just recently came from a deployment that I was helping the Hurricane Ida victims in Louisiana.
Okay.
So after 20 years of being on the claim side, a bright idea came to me one day, and that was, why not sell insurance, since I've been in the insurance industry for so long. And I just did it. I started my own agency, and I started around mid-part of last year, and I've been rocking and rolling since then.
Hey, that's exciting stuff, right?
Right. Yes, ma'am.
That's pretty exciting. Well, God, we're glad to have you here today so that you can share about what you do and so that we can get the word out.
Yes.
You know, let the people know that you're here, how to find you, and all those good things. So, Rebecca, will you share a little bit about what you do?
So I'm new to the insurance industry.
Okay.
I spent 30 years in the dental field. I'm a hygienist, and then I got into dental research and landed in insurance because I got laid off in September.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So then I met Chad at a networking event.
Okay.
And since he's been in the industry so long and he was looking for new agents,
okay,
we decided to work together.
Right.
So it's like a career change for you.
Huge.
Then, right?
Huge.
What's that been like from dental with your history in the dental agent in the dental industry to now? What's it been like for you? And I know it's just a short, right?
Scary, and I'm not really bringing money in yet, so I know there's like a segue of like you got to put time in before it starts coming in.
Right.
So it's just been adjusting to, you know, having consistent salary and a 9-to-5 job to this is like it takes up all of my day every day, you know.
But it's like knowing though that what the end goal is,
Yeah.
you know, and being in a lucrative business, you know, and so with you, you're gonna get there.
Yeah,
that's
that's what everybody says. There's money to be made. So
you're gonna get there.
and the reason I decided to do it was I never wanted to be in a situation in corporate America again where I would have shown loyalty 18 years of my life to a man and his company and it not be returned ultimately.
We hear that a lot, you know, in business. We see it a lot in the world, in the whole corporate America thing.
Yeah.
You know, and so, yeah.
Well, I hear it a lot now, but at the time I was like, I can't believe this happened to me. And now I talk to people and they tell me their stories and it's so common. So that's why I chose this industry, because I can be my own boss.
Yes, you can. Make your own money.
I'm never going to let me go.
So Chad, tell us about your journey to here. How did you get here? I know you spoke earlier about, you know, the years in the business and the industry and all that, but tell us a little more, expound on it a little bit of your journey here.
Well, first, let me just say everything has been a growing experience, and I think it did not originally start off as me starting my own company.
Okay.
It originally started off me trying to be closer to my children.
Okay.
When I was working for State Farm, I was living in Dallas from like 2017 to 2020. And then when the COVID situation hit, they kind of sent everybody at home.
Okay.
Started working from home, and I was like, you know, I get these bright ideas sometimes. And I was in Dallas, and I was like, why not move back to Houston and work remote? So I started working remotely And then they wanted us to come back, and I was like, you know what? My children are getting older. I have a son that's a freshman in high school and a daughter that's in the 4th grade, and it's a critical time for me to be around them. So I honestly just started looking for other jobs in my field, and then the opportunity to open my own insurance agency came up. And to be honest with you, when I first heard it, sales scares me, you know, just living and not having that day-to-day check. You know what I'm saying? You know, sales scares me, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't wake up in the morning, you don't go out there and grind, you don't get paid. But it also can be a motivating thing. And it was when I started to really listen to the opportunity, I said, you know what? Why not? If other people was able to do it, why not me? And then when I got out of my own way and my own thoughts and my own doubts, I started to start believing in myself. And then, you know, it's just like everything God plants. If he plants a seed, it's going to grow. But you have to be patient enough to watch yourself grow. And that's a scary thing for a lot of people, because a lot of people don't want to get out their comfort zone. And that's the first step of trying to start anything or growing or anything, is getting out of your comfort zone and going to the unknown place. And really having faith that something bigger can come to you if you just imagine it.
You Faith, I can so identify with that. I've never been a risk taker. I always played it safe. Always, you know, but I had to learn through lumps and bumps, you know, along the way, that you gotta take risks. You gotta take risks. Yes, and you know, and when you think about, you know, even when leaving the post office after being there 34 years, you know, and God telling me that journey is over. This is what I want you to do. And I'm like, I don't do that. I don't do it, because it was the fear, you know, the comfort of every other Friday. You know, there was going to be a direct deposit. You know, but when, like you said, Chad, when you got out of your own way. When I got out of my own way, so now I can't do nothing but trust. You know, because that's what that faith thing is what you can't see. You can't see it. And so I'm like, okay. And then it's not going to be easy. There are going to be all types of obstacles. And then, and now you're like, did I make the right decision?
There's a lot of naysayers along the way. I've had so many people say, you've spent so much of your, you know, time, energy, education in research. Like, why don't you just go into the, you know, get another job in research? And I'm like, I feel led to leave that behind, and I really feel like this is the direction I'm supposed to go. I keep seeing like these little affirmations along the way that I'm doing the right thing, but that's hard to tell your friends and family that are like,
they don't see what you see.
But you know what, Rebecca, you oftentimes, I say this to people, you said you were led, okay, and then a seed was planted. If you were led, right? A seed was planted. And so whatever it was that led you is not for the other person. It's not for nobody else to see. You see what I'm saying? And I tell people all the time, it's like you telling that vision. You're a giraffe. Okay?
Be a giraffe.
You're telling your vision to me, and I'm a turtle. We're not seeing it from the same vantage point.
True.
You know, so you hear it, and it may be cliche that everybody's not going to see what you see, and that's because it's not for them.
True.
So, you know, sometimes we just have to go with it, but I understand the scary, I understand the uncertainty of it, but you know, we just have to just keep pressing, you know, and keep trusting, and we'll get there. We will definitely get there. So Chad, you said that you went from claims to sales, and an opportunity. How did you get started from the vision or the seed that was planted to you to go into operation mode?
Okay, so I've always been motivated, one, throughout my entire life, just to do better and be a better person. When you say get started, from taking a vision from your head to being operational, a lot of people, what they do is they focus on the destination and not the journey. Okay. And so one of the steps of that I've read of 7 highly successful people is, all you have to really do is ask yourself, what's the next step? Okay. What's the next step in the process? And so you fall in love with the process. So in my particular situation, it was 1, getting your PNC license. Okay. Take the test. Then it was 2, get my health and life license. Then, a lot of people say, then how did you start your own insurance agency? It was like, I just did. I put a name on it, got me a building, and once you have a product to sell to people and you organize yourself and you get assets with that, is a company, that is a business, from a business standpoint. Get a name and you get some organization. So I can say that if I was looking at the grand picture of things or the destination, it would seem so big to me. Okay. But God, even in a situation when, a lot of people like to look 100 yards down the road. Okay. God is saying, all you need to do is see 100 feet.
Not 100 yards.
Not 100 yards. Mm-hmm. And you keep going. You keep going. 100 feet. Well, what's next? Another 100 feet. Okay. Then another 100 feet. Okay. Then 100 feet. And then when you look back, then you can see how far you came. Yes. You might have traveled that whole 100 yards just taking a step at a time. So you don't never look at the grand picture, because you just say, what's the next step? And that's what the book taught me. Also, you just got to step out on faith sometimes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I look at some of the successful people in the world, and they didn't have no clue of how they was going to accomplish their goals and dreams. Mm-hmm. It just, they knew that they wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. And once you get the motivation and the want to do it, and all it takes is you to get on the same frequency or maximize the effort that it takes to be successful. Right. And anybody can do that. Yeah. Right.
It's possible. And it's like having a supporting cast. Right. Mm-hmm. Not the naysayers. They're in a whole nother box. Right. But when you can share with like-minded people, mm-hmm. You hear that all the time.
That's another
like-minded people, and then you can share, and we can run with this thing. Right. Mm-hmm. And so talk about your greatest challenge. So before we get to that, right. Talk about Sennette Insurance Agency, okay. The birth of Sennette Insurance okay. Agency, and what that's right. been like.
Well, first of all, it started out as another company. Okay. I was going to be under another well-named insurance company. Okay. And that didn't work out. Okay. At that point, that was a setback. A lot of people would let that stop them mm-hmm. from continuing to go. But that's what I said. Like, you got to be adjustable. Yes. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if it's not meant for you to have, it's not going to happen. So we talk about, like, the journey and the destination. If you have the destination firmly fixed in your mind where you're going, you can never be lost if you know where you're going. Okay. You can never be lost. I'm going to say it again. You can never be lost if you know what you're going. So you might have to take another turns that you might want to take, but are you going to take them?
So is that what you saw that as? Is like, okay, this is a door that's closing, but I see another opportunity?
No, it shattered me to be okay. and I doubted mm-hmm. myself. Okay. And we go back to the doubt part of it again. Okay. We have many different voices in our heads. Some of the voices in our heads are there to keep us safe. Mm-hmm. Don't do that. That's taking too much of a chance. Like, your ego loves the comfort area. And anything to get out of the comfort area, he's going to say, no. We need to stay comfortable. Mm-hmm. That is your ego talking. And sometimes you have to not listen to that voice and change and say, well, you know, the ego's job is to keep you safe, period. It loves you. It keeps you safe.
And safe is where you are right now.
And safe is where you are. But safe is also in your comfort area. You have to learn how to be comfortable being uncomfortable in an uncomfortable situation. And that is where growth takes place. So when that happened, my outlook is, if it did not happen, it wasn't meant for me to happen. What's on the other side of that doubt is the real blessing. Because now I represent 20 different insurance companies. I can write 20 different, I can write homeowners, commercial, under 20 different carriers. So I can ensure my customers get the best price and the bang for their buck.
So now you're in a better place.
Now you're in a better place.
Had you taken plan A, you would have been limited.
I would have been limited.
You still would have had your own agency, but you would have been limited.
And I think I would not have been successful because I researched the company that I was initially going to be on. They only have 11% of the market. And their products is not the best products, and they are the most expensive. So just being...
They're a big name, though. A very big
name. They're a very big name.
When you think about insurance.
And they're very expensive. So I tell you...
Very expensive.
Right. So I can guarantee, like, the way my insurance company is set up is... I'm actually a broker more than an agent. I work for the people that comes to me, and I can ensure that I can quote you the best price.
So you now can shop around and get the best price for your customer.
So I more work for my people rather than working for an insurance agency. And when you get a quote, you actually get 20 different quotes rather than just one quote from one, and that ensures you get the best price.
That's awesome, especially when I hear you say, I can get the best price for my customer. And that's, you know, your mindset is getting the best price for my customer. So, and it's like, it from a consumer standpoint, we want to feel like, well, I'll use myself. I want to feel like if I reach out to you, I want to feel like you're getting the best price for me.
Right.
You know, and what's the best price for me may not be the best price for you. But I want to have a feeling of assurance, if that makes any sense. Because I'm trusting my agent, you know, to do what's best for me, and not just what's best for him or his company. And so that's awesome right there, because it's personal. And I feel like I have this personal relationship with my agent / broker that you're doing what's best for me. No matter how, you know, and it may not be what's best for you there, or most costly, or however that thing works. You see what I'm saying, Rebecca?
Right. So being in the insurance industry for 20 years, I've come to know certain things. One, the auto policy, it's only really one auto policy that Texas approves. So what are you buying when you buy these big name companies rather than the substandard companies? You're really buying a promise to pay. Insurance is the promise to pay in the event of a loss. Some companies are better at paying than other companies. So what you're really buying is the company's reputation, the stability, if they're going to be here, you know, especially with life insurance. You're really buying it. Now with the homeowners, there are a couple different policies. They got probably about 3 or 4 different policies. But auto, it's just really one that Texas approved. Now, there's a couple different policy languages in there. But, yeah, I mean, you really buying the name brand of an insurance agency. So when you can say that, hey, I can get the same kind of coverage for you for a cheaper price, you know, and I can inform you, hey, in the event of a loss, this thing will pay you out. You know, that should add some security, because that's what insurance is for. It's to... It's added security. Yes, ma'am.
That is awesome. And but you know, when you think about it and you're looking at the whole big picture, isn't that what we do? We want that brand. You know, do I want Del Monte, or do I want Best Value?
It's funny when you said that. I was thinking about clothes, because, you know, they're the like name brand clothing people. And then there's the some in between, and then there's the, hey, I want to get it as cheap as I can. And then there's like, I want the name brand, but I want to shop around for it and get it as cheap as I can.
There's nothing wrong with being a name brand person. You know, there's some people, I think I read something that there's 4 type of shoppers. There are some people that like are loyal to a brand, but there are some people that want to make sure that they're getting the value for their money, and you know, that's what I wanted to ensure for my people, is that to make sure, hey, you have these options, because I believe that, you know, like if the more options you have, I think that makes you feel a little bit more safer, you know, or less, you know, more peace of mind, because I think we all want to be value shoppers.
We want to get the most bang
for our buck. Right. We work hard for our money.
So now a customer can come to you and get whatever brand they want, right?
They can. Well, I sell. I sell Allstate. I have Allstate. I have Progressive. I have Travelers. I have Safeco, which is a Liberty Mutual company. I have some big name companies, as well as some new companies, which are called non-standard companies that nobody really have heard of, but they still are good companies. It's just probably you haven't heard. I have a new company called Cover and Clear Covered. They're Millennium Comers out of California, and they sell a lot of policies too. A lot of people don't know about them, but I mean, like I said, I mean, my job is here to gain the trust of my customers and to let them know, to say, hey, look, in the event of a loss, not only do you have the insurance company, but you also have me fighting for you.
Yeah, and that's peace of mind right there. That is peace of mind right there. You said something a second ago about like the substandard companies. And it's like going to the pharmacy, right? You know how we go to the pharmacy and we have this brand again, we're talking brand, and they offer you generic, you know. So would you, my question is, would you recommend to one of your customers a substandard, and of course I'm sure that you're going to be able to show them the different, I don't want to say levels, but you're going to show them comparison, like a comparison thing. So would you recommend, let's say I came to you and I was like, Mr. Sennette, you know, this is my situation, and can you help me with getting the best bang for my buck?
Okay, so in insurance, yes and no. Just because you apply for an insurance company don't mean that they're going to write you. I have been quoting people sometimes, and insurance companies say that, hey, that's bad business, we don't want it. So some people have to go to non-standard insurance companies. Would I recommend it off the bat? I mean, it depends on what type of person, you know, are you the type of person that's looking for the most bang for it buck? But I've had the non-standard insurance companies quote a cheaper price, but people feel more safer with an Allstate. I'm the type of person is I'm gonna show you everybody's quote and you pick. And you pick what you feel comfortable with. And like I said, like I work for you instead of working for an insurance company. So I get commission from Allstate. I get commission from Safeco. So you know, it doesn't really matter. I don't have a dog in that fight whether you pick either one of them. That's what I'm saying. So it really depends on this. They do run your credit. They do run your driving record. And they do run, make sure, you know, some people have DWI, some people have speeding tickets. That all plays in a factor of how much your quote is going to be.
That's good information. That's good information.
And I can't get around that.
That's good information. So if you're listening to us today, if you're watching, you know, and if you're in the market for home, auto, commercial, I think the hashtag is call Chad. Hashtag call Chad. Right. So if you're looking for insurance in any one of those areas,
life
and
also, right?
Yes, life, commercial, auto, and home.
Right.
Okay, hashtag call Chad. Tell us, Chad, where you're located. Tell us about your website and how we can find you.
Okay, so my business is in Richmond, Texas, but I can sell insurance all over Texas. I sell homeowners, I sell auto, and we sell life insurance. Rebecca also sells group,
life, group, supplemental, kind of like. Can we say people's companies' names?
I don't know. Can we?
That's okay.
It's like Aflac, but that's like a bad word in the industry because they don't have great customer service.
Oh.
So I work with a company that has a group insurance where you can get it really reasonably, and it's like Aflac. It's supplemental cancer policies, life insurance policies, accident policies, and it's really reasonable. You have to have 5 employees that are W-2 employees to qualify for the worksite program.
So when you say group,
that's what makes it a group. So it's like pre-tax. It comes out pre-taxed.
Is it just like for businesses though?
For businesses.
Oh.
For businesses. But we mainly do like blue collar, smaller businesses.
Okay.
You know, like are from 5 to like 200 employees. Once you get more than that, then, you know, they have, you know, big major medical programs that they have.
So when she say group, that's actually an insurance term, means a professional group. So a family of 6 can't group themselves up and we sell them a group policy. It has to be a professional group, such like as coworkers or some type of association or something like that. It has to be a professional organization group.
But it's portable. So like if I came to your business and started this policy and you worked at that business and then 2 years you left, you get to take it with you.
Right.
Which is really important because with life insurance, the younger you get it, the less expensive it is going to be. And when you take it, none of the terms change. So everything stays the same.
Okay.
Yeah. It just goes to bank draft instead of coming out of your check.
That's a whole nother layer of protection.
It is.
Knowing, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that.
Right. So my physical location is 15018 Lake Fair Drive in Richmond, Texas, 77406. My website is sennetteinsurance.com.
Okay.
And you can actually quote yourself on the website. It will send a link to me that you have completed the application, and then I will follow up with you when I get your information. I also have a YouTube channel. If you want to see a couple of my commercials, it's Sennette Insurance on YouTube. We are also going to provide information about how to file claims, what to do when you're in an accident, how you file homeowners claims, what is ACV compared to replacement costs. I want to inform the customer, and so we're going to have, that's what that site, my YouTube channel is going to be dedicated to. It's just for providing information.
I think that's really important. That's the thing, since I'm new to this industry, that I didn't really realize until I got into the industry. Your average person has insurance and they have no idea really anything about it. They really don't understand the policy. They don't understand why they have to have it. They don't understand the limitations of it. They don't understand what else they might need.
You're just reading my mail. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's the part I think that has really excited me, because like my nature is a teacher and educator. That's what I did as a dental hygienist. I taught you about disease. So that's exciting to me, to be able to help people to understand what they really need and what they have. So education is huge.
Yeah, that is very, very important, because we do have insurance, and it's because it's required, like liability, personal injury protection. But we know that we have to have. So give me that. So I understand. So Sennette Insurance Agency gave birth in 2021.
Yes, ma'am.
What has been your highlight since that whole thing happened, and now you can stand in the parking lot and just look at it? So what's that like for you? How does it feel like on the inside?
Well, I think that anybody loves to see an idea that they birthed in their mind to come into a physical form. You know, like I said, I mean, I think there's a lot of things that happen, you know, that's not seen, and people can't see it. We talked about they can't see your vision, but to take your vision and make it into a physical form, and so everybody can see, and not only see it, but acknowledge it at that point and say, hey, you know what? And that gives people courage to get out their own boxes. You know, and just being that leader and growing, you know, the growth aspect. Like, I know people want to think that, like, I think that I'm like so great. I'm just an average guy that had ups and downs like anybody else.
But you made a dream become a reality.
You make a dream
Right.
come a reality, but it starts by one, believing in yourself before anybody else believes in it.
Right.
Believe in your vision before anybody else believes in it, and then taking the steps
Little
necessary to get to where you want to go. Then that seed that God planted starts to sprout up. Then people start to see it, and then anything that's get to a point where it becomes great, everybody wants to be a part of it.
And you know, I think that what you've done is very inspiring, as you spoke earlier about. It gives other people the courage to say, well, if he did it, I did it.
Right.
And then, you know, then you, like you talk about the naysayers, because you got to know that you made this look easy.
Right.
But people don't know the behind the scenes.
Right.
People don't know the studying for these certifications and that certification. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
I have a test next week.
Oh, so
Right.
you can relate to what I'm saying, right?
Well, I relate to this because I think the next thing, I don't know if you were about to say, is to turning around back to the community and helping somebody else, which is what he did. Like he's made it. He still has a lot to go, but before he even got to there, he turned around and he told me, "Hey, I'll help you."
Yeah.
Right.
So already giving back to the community is huge.
Right. It's just a start.
And the extension of something great. The
Right.
extension. You're the extension of something great.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and that's pretty awesome. Well, I thank you guys for being a guest here today. One last question real quick. What fuels you? What motivates you? What drives you to keep grinding?
Well, I think that God has given everybody gifts. We talked earlier about people being different kind of, let's use animals, for example. You might be an elephant. I might be a lion.
I'm an elephant.
Okay.
Right. So,
Favorite animal.
Okay.
you know, we all have a limited amount of time on this earth. And what fuels me is probably what fuels any man is to create a legacy for itself.
Yes. Yes.
And you
That's
know,
part of your slogan.
Right.
Protecting your legacy.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And so I think we want some type of affirmation that we're here long after we're gone, and that is your legacy.
Yes.
You know, and you can start something, a brand that can outlive you. You know what I'm saying? That can live through your children, and that would be the legacy.
Grandchildren.
And so there's a famous saying that says that the greatest measure of a man is what he leaves behind.
Okay.
And so that is what I think about. You think about all the great people, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, W.B. Du Bois, all the leaders that have set the groundwork for me just to be even right here where I'm at. You know, it's much more than just me. It's about me being a legacy to those people as well, of my forefathers.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Yes.
Mine's a little bit more basic. Mine's putting a roof over my head right now.
Okay.
Right.
but we're getting to that other place, right?
Yeah.
So I want to thank you guys for being a guest today. It has been time well spent, I believe. Congratulations on Sennette Insurance Agency. Congratulations on that. And so again, if you're in the market for home, auto, life, which one am I leaving out? Home, auto, life, group. Commercial,
and we also do commercial liability, commercial business. If you have it, we can insure it.
Okay. If you have it, they can insure it. Okay. So if you're in the market for insurance, #call Chad. Go to his website, check him out. Go to his YouTube. And make sure that you give him a call so he can give you the best bang for your buck. Thank you guys for being here today. It's been wonderful, and we'll see you all soon.
Okay.
So we're gonna change. We're gonna go to a different mode right now. We'll be right back. Thank you. Welcome back to the second half of our Let's Talk Business podcast. First of all, we want to thank our guests that we had on the first half of our podcast, which is Chadrick Sennette with Sennette Insurance Agency, and Miss Rebecca Williams. So now we're on to the second half of our Let's Talk Business podcast. And I am sitting here with Miss Leandria, Miss Leandria Thompson, who is the CEO and the founder and the president of Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. Well, Miss Leandria, welcome to the show.
Well, I'm always delighted to be here.
Okay, so what brings you to the studio today?
Well, what brings me to today is January the 7th.
Okay.
We're the first Friday of the brand new year.
Yes.
And so I thought that this would be a great opportunity to talk about the things that we have coming up.
Yes.
We've done a lot of work last year, so we reflected on that. We had our last board meeting, and we know where we have been and where we're going, and we have the roadmap on getting there.
Okay.
So we can start with January.
Okay.
Well, let's start with some of our renewing strategic partners.
Okay.
Amaco Federal Credit Union.
Yes.
We want to give a shout out to Amaco. They are one of our renewing strategic partners, and that means that they're at the President's Club level.
Okay.
And that's a great support for the chamber, and not only in their membership investment, but in their overall community investment. So they are invested in the community, which is who we are about.
Okay.
And so we want to say thank you to Amaco.
Yes.
Our next partner is Lone Star College.
Okay.
Lone Star College also came in as a President's Club member, and they are also invested in the community. And I meant to say, Bobby, Amaco, through your work, hard work, and perseverance, is where we now have Amaco on board. And now Lone Star College is in North Houston.
Okay.
So that's in our region 1. And of course, their goal is to educate, support businesses, and also they have procurement opportunities as well. And then we have University of Houston, which everybody knows they have several campuses, and we're working with them. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss any of our strategic partners. Oh, we got the biggest one, which is Southwest Airlines.
Of course.
Southwest Airlines is a Chairman's Club member.
Okay.
And we are blessed to receive a membership investment as well as airline compensations for things that we travel that the board needs to do, or travel that we do on our international trade missions. So that we're blessed in that way. And of course, I don't want to miss anybody else. Oh, we do have another President's Club. We have 2 President's Club members. We have Joshua.
Yes.
What you got to correct me on his name.
Linwood.
Yes. In Region 2.
Yes.
And then we have Brian Jordan.
Yes.
Which is also in I think he's in the Humble area, which is a President's Club member. And it's important for us to recognize these members who are our President's Club members, because that means that they made a investment not only in themselves but also in the chamber.
Yes.
And they believe in what it is that we do.
Yes.
And why we do what we do.
Yes.
And so they're great supporters.
And the renewals speak volumes.
Oh, yes.
Renewals speak volumes in that they come back because they see and they believe and they support.
Right. And they see the work.
Yes.
And we do have a plan of work, and that's what we're working on now.
Yes.
I do want to mention one other member. And however, this member is located out of Atlanta.
Okay.
And she's also a President's Club member.
Okay.
Enlightenment Enterprises.
Yes.
Yes. And so she checks in.
Okay.
And we have lifetime. We have, thanks to you, Bobby, I think everybody in Galveston County is a lifetime member.
Yes.
And we treasure our lifetime members because they do bring a constant information. Right. And they're on board. And so, and I'm good, thank you for reminding, using that term, because they are renewing
Yes.
members, and
Yes.
they've been with us for a couple of years, and they see the work
Yes.
that we're doing, and they know why this work come about.
Right.
And also reflecting back on 2021, in July of 2021, we became a certifying agency, yes, for the state of Texas. We now certify historically underutilized business directly, and in being able to do that because of the criteria, we then also certify women business owners, small business owners, as well as a designation that's near and dear to us as a Black-owned business enterprise.
Right.
So that takes for us, it takes the place of the word minority.
Okay.
And you know my feelings about
Yes.
minorities, so we're not going to air my feelings out today. But so we're able to do that. We also were engaged with Texas Department of Transportation, Office of Civil Rights.
Okay.
We're working on Project Beacon to assist in recruiting, identifying more qualified businesses who have the ability to do certain works in terms of infrastructure development. So we're talking about architects, engineers, surveyors, people in construction, and of course logistics, because things have to be moved.
Right.
Dirt have to be moved. Even concrete barriers have to be moved. And so we have our Alliance program kicked up, geared in, and that's a program where we assist our members in getting their other certifications that are needed on federal contracts.
You know, 2021 was a phenomenal year for Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, and for Tri-County to be a certifying entity is just huge. It's huge. And so with 2021 being a phenomenal year for the chamber, and added to it the certification for our members, what can we look forward to in 2022? How do we top that?
Well, we basically, Bobby, I think we've already topped it. But to give a little more discussion into how do we top that, we top it through our members being very successful, getting these contracts, and reaching back. And I think I've heard your member prior in the first segment that says legacy.
Yes.
So they will be creating business legacies, opportunities that they did not have access to before. Now they will have access to it, and now they will be able to do what's necessary, what they know they can do to create those financial positions, as well as leave the legacy of a great business opportunities that are there, and how you work them, and the money, because we can't leave out the word money.
Right.
Now we know what money is. It is a medium that we use to transfer.
Absolutely.
And so that is something that's definitely must be considered when. So this is how we would top that.
Okay.
I'm going to go back and add some information, because sometimes, I told someone, "Oh, we've been working at this for X amount of years, and then here it is," and they says, "Well, that was overnight success." I'm like, "No, it wasn't no overnight success." But they made me realize that as long as you're working toward a goal, whenever it happens, that's when it happens. But you must keep working, because what I'm going to share is in 2007, we chartered this chamber in 2005. In 2007, we went to the state of Texas, and we said, we would like to be able to certify Black-owned businesses. so that they could be a part of the whole certification program.
Okay.
And if we certify them, will they be eligible automatically to be hub certified?
Okay.
And they said, sure, that's not a problem. You can certify your people, and once they're certified, then we will go in and ask for 50%, which means you have to certify at least 100.
Okay.
And we'll go in and we'll do an audit on that, on 50. And if what we find shows that you are in compliance with our criteria, we'll be happy to make you one of our certifying entities, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm like, Lord, now wait a minute. The same time that it's going to take to get people certified as a black-owned business enterprise.
In 2005, right?
In 2005.
Okay.
Well, this was 2007.
Okay.
In 2007, it may take a couple of years. Why waste that time frame when we can assist our members in just being certified right now with the state of Texas? So we went to work on setting up members and walking them through the certification process and sending their applications directly to the state of Texas. And then one day in 2021,
I remember,
we got a phone call and says, well, we have an MOA with you guys, and we just need to make sure that we have the right. You don't have no MOA with us. What you talking about? Oh, yes, we do. Just give me your information. The lady was like, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. Just give me the. So I sent her the information. Then we get this document that says Memorandum of Agreement with the State of Texas Office of the Comptroller and Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce.
Wow.
So basically, we kept working.
Yes.
We kept doing the things that we were supposed to be doing.
Yes.
For the purpose that we were created. And that was to acquire and disseminate valuable business information, resources, and tools for our member firms to achieve entrepreneurial parity and economic prosperity, not only in the U.S., but international.
Absolutely.
So it was overnight success, Bobby.
Okay.
It happened, overnight success means that what you've been going after happens just
because you
like
were
that.
relentless. You were relentless, and you were not going to be denied. And so we continued to continue.
Mm-hmm.
We continued to continue, and now here we are.
Yeah, and that's the lesson, or that's something I would share with everybody. If you have a desire, you have a goal. The desire is the Latin word that interprets from the Father.
Okay.
So if you've been given that talent, that skill, what we call, whatever you want to call it, desire,
Gift.
purpose, gift, then just remember, go with it. Yeah. It's not going to be there necessarily tomorrow, but tomorrow is coming. And tomorrow will happen from 2007 to 2021. Yeah. It's going to happen. Just keep going. Keep moving. Keep going. So this year has been a year, well, when I say this, 2021 is a year of reflecting. We changed our awards date, which was normally in February, to May, and it worked out perfectly because, we had to pivot, and we worked and helped our members to understand pivoting just means make different decisions. Yeah, you used to do it this way.
Just modify some things.
Yeah, just change it to this way because you're still going to do it. It doesn't mean it's over with.
Right.
Just find the way to do it.
Right.
Also, Black History Month this year has become very important to us.
Yes.
Because, Bobby, our history did not begin in the United States of America.
That's right.
It did not begin with freeing the slaves.
Okay.
Okay. It began many, 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 many hundreds of thousands of years. And we have served our people in roles of kings, queens, counselors. I learned today, Bobby, that there were a black Caesar.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
A black man was Caesar.
Okay.
His name was Septimus.
Okay.
And I was like, you got to, really?
You gotta be kidding me.
So you see, there's a lot of our history that our younger people and us, and when I say younger people, because I feel that it's very important that our young people understand who they are,
Right.
connect to their lineage, to their heritage, and know that they have a dynamic purpose along with everybody else
Yes.
on this planet. And all they got to do is step into their purpose, which is where their power is.
Okay.
But if they can't feel or connect, then they connect to something.
Yeah.
And why not connect to the truth?
Yes.
So Black History Month for us this year, and on our podcast every Friday, it's going to be information about who we are,
Okay.
the beginning to the present. Obama made history.
Yes, he did.
Why we don't see all that plaster everywhere, right?
Kamala. Yes.
Kamala made history.
Yes.
Why is that? You think about it. We it's not discussed.
Right.
It's not put out there. It's not said. We know it,
Right.
but let's bring history from the beginning to now, and you can now begin to understand why we have these people. What makes them tick? What gives them the drive? Because it's a heritage. It comes from somewhere.
Yes. Yes.
And so that's what Black History Month will mean in terms of our podcast.
Okay.
Liberia is I don't know how many people know about Liberia,
Okay.
but it will be one of the focus on our podcast. When I say focus, every week we'll have something about Liberia,
Okay.
because when the slaves were freed, a lot of the free slaves, the U.S. had a colonization program,
Okay.
and they went and got this section of Africa
Okay.
and gave the opportunity for free slaves to go there because they didn't know what country. See, now we have ancestry, right?
Right.
We have
Right.
genealogy. They didn't know what country they were from at that time.
Right. Right.
And so, but they knew their ancestors were from Africa. So Liberia is a place that a lot of free slaves went to,
Okay.
and we need to be able to know that. Our people need to know that. And so of course we got an awards ceremony coming up in May,
Okay.
so we're excited about that.
Okay.
And of course we will have regional opportunity forums where now when people start to travel, then now we will have state agencies, their hub coordinators
Okay.
will be coming out to give you information on how to do business,
Okay.
how to win these contracts,
Okay.
how to where's the opportunities.
Okay.
And we do navigating the bidding
Yes.
process.
Yes.
So the things that we're talking about now are things that we're constantly doing
Right.
last year. So you want to know how we're going to top last year,
Right.
Bobby? We're going to keep working.
We're gonna keep working. Yeah. Yeah. The proof is in the pudding.
That's right.
It's been tried and true, and so it speaks for itself. And so it's a really important time for the chamber, for Tri-County, and to be able to just like our mission statement says, we're committed to acquiring and disseminating. We gather this information and we get it out to our members, and as we continue to do that, we continue to grow and our numbers continue to increase, and so that's awesome.
That's it. And the numbers increasing for us means more businesses that can be successful,
Yes.
prosperous, and create legacies.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So we're very grateful
Yeah.
We are truly, truly grateful, and we're grateful for all the members because without them,
Right.
there is no us.
Right.
You know, I always say, without you, there's no us.
Right.
And the you is that big old U in the U.S.
Okay.
So without you, there is no us. We appreciate, we love, we look forward to whatever it is that we can do. I know that Paula Malone, who was the vice president of Region 3, had a Business After 5 networking meeting last night. And I received some rave reviews that it was great, it flowed, and there were people who signed up as members. So that was good. So I know you got some things coming up.
Yes, we do. Region 2 is like my baby. I am so happy to be a representative of Region 2, and it's very, very important to me to educate, because we know that knowledge is power. And so when the phone is ringing, continuing to ring, that's great for us, because we know that we must be doing something right. And I am just always available. I tell people, we're not your average Chamber of Commerce. We're not your 9 to 5 Monday through Friday Chamber of Commerce. So you can always reach out to me in the morning. And I tell Leandra this all the time. You can call me early. You can call me late. You can call me on the weekends. You can call me on holidays. And so I'm just always eager to make myself available. To just call us, go to our website. Our website is very user-friendly. We're at tcbcc.org. And I always tell people to click on our services tabs and to click on our testimonials tabs. And I always reference that because our services tabs, of course, will share with you what the services that we offer. And of course, our testimonials tabs is not, those are not paid actors. Those are real life members who are sharing their stories, your reviews, if you will, about how the Chamber has helped them to take their business to the next level. So give us a call, go to our website, and we would love to help you get on your journey to taking your business to the next level.
Great, fantastic. And I only have one thing to add.
Okay.
We do have an international initiative.
Okay.
That international initiative started at the same time that the Chamber chartered.
Okay.
And that was because we realized there are a lot of opportunities to service, to provide products and services to developing countries. At one point in time, they were referred to as third world. You've heard that before, right?
Yes.
Well, they're not third world.
Okay.
Because that just was an oxymoron to me. What does third world mean? What was the second world?
Who's the first world?
Okay. So we only have one world.
Okay.
But they were countries that was not as developed with the way we used our country as a standard for every country, right?
Okay.
And so what we have is countries that are developing, and countries that are developing need things.
Okay.
They need training, they need services, and they need products. So, and when I looked at what is to the south of the U.S., it's black folks. You remember that movie, I See Dead People? When I took my first trip to Jamaica, I looked around and I said, I see black people everywhere. And do you know what that does? That just made me, it was to see all these black people. You see black people in your neighborhood, right? But when you go downtown and you go to buildings and you go to banks, you don't just see all black people. So it was an amazing experience. And so when I started researching these countries, it's black people. And I'm saying that because there's some cultural similarities.
Right.
Come to find out, some of the people in Belize, families came from the U.S. Because the war between the Union and the Confederate generals after the war was over, sought asylum with the Crown, with Great Britain.
Okay.
And Belize used to be a British colony called British Honduras.
Okay.
And so your people came from Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi. They're in Belize.
Okay.
But anyway, that was a revelation that we came across.
Okay.
But anyway, we've been working in our first maiden international initiative was to Belize. And it was because a lot of our business owners did not have that exposure. They've gone places for vacation, but did not realize that half of the vacationers spending money, that money is coming back to the U.S.
Wow.
So I'm like, it's time for you guys to start looking at business as opposed to just what we call vacationing.
Okay.
Because you're spending money.
Yes. Tourism.
There's one thing to spend money and leave it in the country,
Right.
but that money is coming back to the U.S. So you need for some of it to come
Right.
back to you.
Right.
So anyway, we've been going to Belize since 2005.
Okay.
In 2009, I was appointed as a trade and what is called a trade envoy for a promotion of foreign direct investments
Okay.
and strengthening trade relationships between the United States and Belize.
Okay.
And now there's a new government, which I've seen two governments.
Okay.
This is the third one.
Okay.
Now the third one is the first one
Oh.
that I've seen. When I first
Okay.
got to Belize, it was this government,
Okay.
and then it changed,
Okay.
and then it changed in 2008, 2009. I was appointed trade envoy.
Okay.
Now it changed back to the first ones in 2021,
Okay.
and so now I'm appointed by the capital city mayor as the special envoy for business development
Wow.
and cultural relations.
Wow.
So I'm headed to Belize next week, next Sunday, and we have a trade mission.
Yes.
It's called Buyers and Sellers Mission to Belize for our members, so that we can make the connections with their counterparts, and they can actually do business. So going back to 2021, you also know in March of 2021 we were contacted by Exim Bank.
Right.
Exim Bank is a international bank that provides monies for exporting,
Okay.
but they're part of the U.S. government, but they're standalone basically. They get their monies through the services that they provide.
Okay.
And so Exim Bank is offering a way to where small companies can export, and they're offering credit to the person who's buying from you, so that person can buy. There's so
That's
much.
exciting.
There's so much that's going on now, and again, overnight success.
Yeah.
We've been traveling to Belize
Yeah.
since 2005. We've done at least 2 to 3 trade missions a year over the last 16 years. So guess what? Overnight success. Exim Bank and not only Exim Bank, SBA Export Service Center.
That's
and then
exciting.
you got the U.S. Department of Commerce.
That's exciting.
Yes.
That's really
So
exciting.
you're going to Belize in
yes,
March.
and I am so excited about that. And this will be my first. This will be my
Okay.
first trade mission. It won't be my first trip to Belize, but it'll be my first trade mission.
Okay.
And so I am looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the opportunity,
Yes.
that are there for my business,
Right.
And so,
And I think you have an organization.
yes.
Some of the members of your organization also.
Yes. Sisters Empowering Sisters, which is a nonprofit organization, and a group of us from that organization will be traveling to Belize to the trade mission as well,
Mhm.
and we're excited.
I know.
We're
You're
excited.
excited.
About that.
Yes.
So yeah.
So, if you are listening and you have not, and you are a member, and you've not registered or inquired about the trade mission, please feel free to do so. It is going to take place March. We have several things going on. March 4th through the 6th. Of course, there is a Women's International Summit, and then the 6th through the 10th is our trade mission. And some of our members are going to be traveling from the 4th to the 6th, to the, I'm saying 4th to the 10th.
Okay.
So that's and we expect a lot of things to come out of that. And so I'm not going to disclose the.
Don't share too much. Don't
I'm
share
gonna
too
say
much.
the big secret, because we got a big. What you see in the commercial? Big secret. And you got to stay tuned or become a. If you're not a member now, you need to be one.
Yeah, the place to be. Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. Well,
so I don't know. Did we spend our time?
The time has been well spent all morning. So again, we're gonna close by saying, if you have not been a member and you're interested in being a member, if you have not gone to our website, be sure to check it out. Especially if you are a member, and we have just a few spots left. If you're interested in getting on board with going to the trade mission, so call the chamber, call me, go to the website, and we can get you connected, so we can get you internationally connected, so we can grow your business.
Very good. Thank you. And listen, this is a year to do whatever it is you want to do. I will leave you with the words of whatever it is you want to do, let's do it together, and let's get it done. And I shared some words with the Liberian group, and it was, let's do it. And when we do it, let's do it with love and respect.
All right.
Okay.
That's what a way to close out. Let's do it, and let's do it with love and respect. So until we see you next week, take that with you. We look forward to seeing you on next Friday. We will see you then. Goodbye.
Bye.